Hey guys, this is Kaiser War here with my brother. We're going to talk about something I never really talk about on my channel, that being MLP. Shit, if you don't want to watch this shit, you can go. But we're going to talk about the movie and why the movie's not good. That's it. So, introduce yourself, man. Oh, you're eating in the background and shit. Come on, introduce yourself, man. Come on, let's go.
How about you do it?
I just said your name. You gotta say something. You gotta say something.
Introduce me.
Okay. Okay. You know, if I introduce him, I'm gonna say some dumb shit.
Yeah,
right?
say it.
He's a piece of shit.
No, if you
so his name is piece of shit, and we're gonna do this review. Okay, so let's start with the MLP movie and why it's not very good. How do we start? We don't even have a topic for this yet. So how do we start?
The movie's just bad.
So that's the whole video right there.
Okay.
We gotta break down the movie.
Let's talk about how fast the movie starts.
Okay. So yeah, the movie. Okay, the movie is a. How long is the movie actually without commercial break? We had to watch this recorded. We don't have
an hour and 30 minutes.
It's about an hour. No, maybe not 30 minutes. It's about maybe an hour, maybe hour 10. Maybe I didn't look it up, but it's a short movie. It's honestly, this movie's it goes by really fast. The characters jump from one moment to another, just in the blink of an eye. At the beginning of the movie, it takes how many minutes to get into the thick of it?
One. No.
It starts off with
5 minutes because they did the intro and then they got the song with everyone and then they meet Sia, freaking Somber Serenade.
See,
and then that's when everything.
See, happens. The thing is about this movie, it's just it's not it doesn't have an intro to it. It just jumps straight into the normally people would be complaining about, oh man, a movie has a slow beginning, but they just jump straight into Twilight about to do this thing, and they're not giving her enough time, no setup. Oh, how are we gonna get set up for what you want to call it, the Storm King and shit and Tempest. We don't get no setup for them, right? They just come out of nowhere and start invading shit. If they had if the movie started with them, it's oh, we're gonna take down Equestria, we're gonna take down Equestria, take the princess's power, and we're gonna kill them all. That's what I'm saying. How the movie should have started. And that would have been great because I'm okay, so who are these fools? Why should I care? Why is this dumbass rat dude here? I forgot his name. Grubber?
We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Comic books crap.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie just didn't start off with the intro it should have had. It just jumped straight into Twilight trying to plan out the stuff with the princesses, and then the villains come out of nowhere. And that doesn't even excuse the fact that these characters...
Twilight is not herself in this movie.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, man. I just want to talk about the pacing real quick. And then after this, the characters are in the desert. They meet a group of they meet this cat dude. Then they jump into the pirate ship really fast. Then they have to get off the pirate ship and fall into the water. Then they have to what?
Then they meet the hippogriffs.
Then they have to meet the hippogriff after they meet the hippogriff.
They get kicked out.
One song. Then they get kicked out. Then end up in wait, did they come back? No.
Nah, Twilight.
No, they named their little beach thing, and then Twilight got captured. Yeah, and then they throw her back to the question. Everybody had to really, really quickly regroup at Equestria, and I'm oh my god, dude, what the frick is going on? Why is it so goddamn? Why is this happening? It's too much movement. The movie's too fast, dude. Everything's happening too quickly. God, the pacing of the movie's off the chart. And don't get me started about the ending. Oh my god, that shows the pacing.
No,
I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. The pacing is so bad that the villain gets killed in one hit, and he kills himself. But okay. So yeah, the pacing of the movie is way off. It's so bad, and don't get me started about the songs, man. It's not like I hate the songs.
Nah,
but damn it,
considering how fast the movie is, I feel like they wasted more time with the songs.
They wasted more time getting all these famous voice actors and shit for what? For what?
For this waste of time.
For this waste of time.
I wasted my time. The thing. They have so much.
The movie's not terrible, but it feels.
It looks good.
The movie's not terrible.
It looks good.
But honestly, it feels like an hour-long special, not a movie.
Now you know the Rainbow Road Trip thing.
Yeah.
That's technically what this is. That's all it is. This is not no movie.
Honestly, it feels like a long special. This ain't no movie.
I'll be completely honest. I don't feel like this should have been at theaters.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a movie. It doesn't feel like a movie, dude. It feels like an hour-long special. Hell, the whole all the other.
It could have been a two-parter.
No, here's the thing. All those other two parts felt more like movies than this one does. This blatantly feels like a very expensive version of a 2-hour-long special. This ain't oh my god.
Because if it was in regular Flash animation, it would be the exact same. You know what I mean?
But honestly, if it's a movie made in regular Flash animation, you wouldn't even tell the difference. The only reason it sets it apart from the movie is all the voice actors and the fact that it looks differently animated. That's it. Honestly, it feels like it could have been an hour-long special because, like, right after the whole pirate ship thing and the hypocrites, they could have started off the next episode like that. Like, oh man, it was like, or this could have been a bunch of multiple parts, mixed together. Like, oh man, they spent an episode with the pirates, they spent an episode with the hippogriffs, they spent an episode in the desert, they spent an episode trying to fight back the Storm King, shit like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if they did that, it would have been better because they would have.
I mean, that would have been like 5 episodes,
they would have. Actually, nah. Didn't we talk about how My Little Pony could have possibly ended after the movie, and that would have made sense?
Yeah.
Like if they actually did have it in episodes, they could spread it out, right?
Yeah.
Put more emphasis on it, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being mainly songs, they could put more emphasis on it when it's in episodes, and then after that could have been My Little Pony if they wanted to.
Like, it's not like I hate this movie, but goddamn, there is like, it's not a movie, man. It just don't feel like one. It just anyway. Okay, forget about.
I feel like the songs are longer than the actual movie. Like I know that's not true, but it's just like the songs get in the way. Like this is My Little Pony.
I mean, it's a cartoon movie, so you
expect
the songs to be in the movie.
Be songs, but it's like considering now that I've seen how fast the movie is.
Yeah,
it's like the songs just get in the way of what the movie could be. Like,
yeah. like at one moment during the hippogriffs thing, like. Honestly, like Twilight getting everybody distracted and everybody singing a song, like I like that could have been doing something. Like it could have like led to Twilight's like trying to sneak in and she tried to like get past the traps. Everybody's singing, having a jolly good time, and go back and say, "Oh shit, serious stuff happened." But yeah, like I'm just I don't know.
That was the Twilight is literally
like honestly like the meeting with these characters could have been it could have been emphasized more. Everybody's like freaking singing now, and that's getting in the way of everybody like trying to like associate with these characters, Like, we meet the pirates, the bird pirates, and we want to, like, chat with them, understand their point of view. No, we had to sing it, and then, we're all very cool with them.
Nah, they're going to throw them overboard, went to lunch, and then Rumble Dash did a song, boom, they're all friends.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all that happened.
Like, I know this show's all about friendship and happiness and all that shit, and I'm not going to, like, diss it for that, but, like, everything's happening way too fast, dude. Like,
I feel like, as I said before, if they added...
This might be the whole Pony of Shadows thing. Like everything just happened too fast.
Dude,
they just rushed the shit.
The final boss was like 5 minutes, and I told you, I was like, dude, it's only like 5 minutes. You don't want to watch it, dude. Okay. Like I'm saying, if they put maybe 20 or 30 more minutes in this film, that could have went to good use. They could have explained Tempest, right? Mm-hmm. Explain a lot about her, and then put some of that time in the other parts of the movie to explain some more of that.
Yeah.
And they should have changed what Twilight was doing with the hippogriffs. Like really. Like you're gonna make
they made Twilight the moment she got there, she was like raised like I'm gonna like she already knew that the main hippogriff lady's like I want you to take the fame, but Twilight's like well like I can understand
the thing is,
I can understand from her point of view that she wanted to make sure the Storm King wouldn't get down there. They already had to convert themselves to going underwater to make sure he wouldn't get to him and keep their pearl away. Twilight's like well we already been here for a little bit, might as well just take this shit.
And the thing is, Twilight would never do that. So I'm like, what? Like, I don't understand. I can understand that,
Like, Twilight would not do such a thing.
I guess because, I can understand she was desperate.
Yeah.
But, like, even then, she would understand that the hippogriffs.
And the thing about it, they were goofing off and meandering, like, at least half the movie. Now everything's, like, real.
I know.
So they gotta do that shit now.
I'm like, man, y'all singing, and then freaking everyone in Ponyville getting, like, slaved, like, freaking enslaved and crap.
Everybody's like, yeah. Like, oh, shit, now we gotta take this shit seriously. They were goofing off the whole movie. Now I was like, okay, well.
See, look. Twilight was the worst character in this movie. Look. For instance, she could have teleported multiple times throughout the movie. Like, when she got captured by Tempest, she could have teleported out of there, right? Or
she could go off and teleport.
When they're with the freaking Griffins, right? She could have teleported everyone else away to land or somewhere when Tempest was on the ship looking for him. You know what I mean? But no, she wanted to make a freaking balloon. So they could float down to safety instead of teleporting.
Like, honestly, Twilight had the ability to freaking teleport. I just don't know why she didn't do that.
Multiple times.
Like, I know her teleporting would have been like a problem. Like, obviously, she teleported be easy, but like, why she could at least did it once. They couldn't come up with an excuse to why she didn't teleport. They could have had like Tempest hit where like a magic beam, like, oh shit, I locked down your magic, Twilight. Now you gotta deal with the whole movie without your magic. That would have been cool.
When they took her magic away, that made sense. So she couldn't teleport then. But before, in the movie, she could have teleported multiple times, or at least once.
Yeah.
I feel like when she could capture, she should have used it then. Or like I don't know. Twilight was just kind of worthless in the movie, dude. Like,
yeah,
she really didn't even do anything, like at all. Derpy did more than her.
Or here's the thing: if they were going through intense situations, right, and Twilight was going to use her magic, but she hesitated, right? She's like, I can't do this. I'm scared. I want to protect my friends, but I just froze or something like that. You know, it's like one of those things. Like, if that could have been explained, different story. You know, I would have been cool with that. But yeah, like I honestly believe that Twilight could have just like, you know, use her magic, or at least have an excuse to why she couldn't use it, because we already know that Rarity and Twilight could have done something the entire movie. Rarity didn't do shit, barely.
Nah, when they're down in the water with the hippogriffs, right, but they couldn't see anything, Rarity or Twilight could have like I'm not gonna you know, talk about Rarity, right?
Yeah.
But Twilight, she could have lit the room up so they could see underwater. Why didn't she do that?
Like I don't know, man. But okay, so ignoring weird characterization. Actually, since we're already on the characterization, I might just keep going since we're at past pacing. Let's talk about that Store King.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, dude!
Wait.
I don't know what to say about the Storm King.
This is a kids show, technically.
Yeah, I understand. Like,
technically, this is a kids movie.
I'm not asking for deep writing in MLP. Like, the basis of the show is like, look, get along with your friends, friendship, happiness. You know, clock, clock, the horse legs. Like, I'm just don't know what I was expecting. Like, you had Tempest come out, who seemed like a big threat, right? She's the one who nearly soloed everyone, including the princesses, with her men, right? She could have honestly beat the shit out of Twilight and knocked them down. But no, we had to have the main villain, the Storm King, who didn't do anything but screw around with the staff for a while and then do shit.
I just know something.
What?
This moment right here, when everyone else ran away.
Yeah, what?
Twilight could have teleported them.
And like, they had like these balls, right? These little balls of like freaking like turn everybody to stone, right? So what was stopping from Tempest to going around meeting Twilight and just doing that shit again? Like I know they were on, like, I know like Tempest soloed all the princesses by herself. Like, so what the frick, dude?
This is something I don't understand, right? I don't understand this.
Explain me why she needed the Storm King.
She could turn them all to stone, right?
Explain me why she couldn't do shit to the Storm King.
She could turn them all to stone, right?
The dude was.
And then like, you know, and she was able to take their magic while they're in stone form, right?
Yeah.
So this is my question: when she captured Twilight, why didn't she turn her into stone and then take her magic and then like break all of them or something like that? You know what I mean? She could have easily done that. Cause she didn't really care about the princesses. All she needed was their magic. So she could have took Twilight.
I was expecting her to like try to kill the princess. The whole point was trying to freeze them in stone in order to take their magic.
Why did she freeze Twilight then? Why did she just keep her there?
I don't know. Maybe she was trying. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Wasn't that whole thing about she was trying to talk to Twilight and she realized her friends abandoned her, and then she was going to the same thing, and she was trying to like talk to Twilight. You know, also the song came up. And she was trying to talk to Twilight. Like, oh yeah, your friends abandoned you. Like, oh yeah, your friends abandoned you too. Yeah, I feel just like you. And then she gave her the whole song and speech and shit. And then she brought her back to the castle and then tried draining her magic. Yeah, she could have just turned her to stone and did that while they were at the castle.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was already in the cage. It's not like she could have done it. She couldn't use her magic in the cage.
They could have. She could have turned her into stone, took her magic, boom. She could have left all three of them in stone if she wanted to.
Yeah, like she was already in the cage. Honestly, why should she just teleport out the cage?
Like what? Like none of this makes sense.
Like, that was dumb, dude. Like, honestly, she's like, shoot this cage, get me out.
Yeah, no. She didn't think about teleporting.
That's what I'm saying. You freaking teleport out the goddamn cage? What the shit? Anything else, dude? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Okay, screw it.
Talk about the person that. Who's that dude with Tempest?
Like Capper, Grubber. I can't remember.
Freaking food.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember that freaking punk ass's name. Like shit. Like, you know, no. Let me look up real quick. Let's talk about him. Let me look at his name real quick before I look for his name. Grubber or something. I think his name is Grubber. Let's call him Grubber. That's the closest I got. So yeah, Grubber. Completely pointless in the movie. Get him out. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. Let's talk about
honestly, like literally serves no purpose to the movie.
The thing is, let's talk about what the movie did.
Honestly, I didn't even finish about the Storm King though. I looked. Yeah. Okay. So the Storm King. Okay. Like, I don't know, like, all we know from his past is, like, he was, like, this, you know, this big dude, and he just wants to, like, oh, man, I'm this evil conqueror, I just want to, you know, go off and get these ponies, take their magic.
Didn't the portray him as, like, real, like, pure evil?
Like, I think it did. I can't remember, honestly. I honestly can't remember. only saw a little bit of comics. I actually had to read it. I actually read a little bit of comics last night just so I get an idea, or like some panels of it. But he was like a monstrous troll, like humanoid thing when I saw. And now he's like some kind of like, now he looks just like freaking T-Rex, like a lesser version of T-Rex and his brother.
He's just a color swap.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, okay, fine, I can do, okay, whatever. Character design change, I don't care. Let's just see what he can do. Like he done okay. So he's showing us like this more or less like this, villain, right? Like this villain, more like comedical kind of villain. I could be okay with that.
When you think about it,
but he wasn't threatening in the least, dude.
Almost every villain in My Little Pony is like that.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I can deal with that. Discord was the same way.
Yeah.
See, but
I can understand Discord.
The thing with Discord worked is because his actions were on the more menacing, sinister side. Like where he had everybody turn on each other and shit like that. That shit was dark. What did the Storm King do?
All he did was
he got the magic, goofed around with it. Oh, night day, and it's screwed on the storm. Now
he killed himself.
Then killed himself. Didn't do shit, dude. He didn't do nothing. That's what sucks about all this. He had all that power and didn't do anything with it. Now, it could have played in angles like, oh, man, he got his power and, like, he got consumed by the own power and killed him. But no, he got killed by the whole crystal thing. So I'm like, okay, it could have been used as a way where Twilight got the magic, saved him, and she would have killed him with the spear or something. That would have been okay. Also, I would do it. Or Tempest and Twilight killing him with their combined magic. Like Tempest, like she forms like a new horn or something. Like Twilight uses the thing on it, right? Mm-hmm. She forms a new horn made of like all the magic in there. And Twilight enhances her magic or some shit like that. They just combine their magic together and shoot the Storm King. So like she'll take revenge back on him for not giving her horn back. And Twilight gets revenge on him for making causing all this shit in the first place and kill him. Boom, easy. I wouldn't even care how easy he got killed, but that was just a more satisfying way. No, he turns into a crystal falls and dies.
And also,
I mean, he got killed by Tempest, though. I mean, that would have worked, but it didn't work in the same way it should have.
There's a couple of things that I want to talk about that happened in the whole time gap, like with the Storm King stuff, right?
Yeah.
When he formed the tornado, right?
Yeah.
You're right, freaking, Pinky and them, they shot straight through the tornado.
Yeah.
Right? Straight through it. But then when Twilight wanted to get to the staff, apparently the tornado was a big deal.
I mean, honestly, don't see like Twilight couldn't come up with a magic barrier that if she fell to the ground,
but the thing
is, she could have been safe.
Even then, she got the staff anyway.
I mean, she's in a freaking alicorn. She could have just flew out of the tornado.
The thing is,
or just like
when she got the staff and then they both were in the tornado. Why would they worry about Twilight when she had the staff?
Twilight could have just used the staff to turn off the tornado.
Man, what the heck?
Yeah, Twilight could have used the staff to turn off the tornado.
And then Tempest was about to fly in a tornado.
Yeah.
Why did Twilight just use it? Like
the staff was right there. Like Tempest. Honestly, no. Here's the thing. Twilight could have probably got the staff right.
Yes.
Like, considering the fact he could control storms in the night and day, maybe she could have used it to stop time or stop the staff from, stop the tornado. And while Twilight, while Tempest's like, oh, I'm in midair, stop her in midair or some shit. That'd been great. Or something like that. Like, it could have been
She could have did both at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The dude is just like a weak fusion of Discord, Sombra, and freaking T-Rex. Like, he's like a weird garbage combination of all of them. And I'm like, ugh. I do find it funny that he plays with the Sun and Moon. Discord did that same thing. I'll admit that was kind of funny.
And also, I do find it...
But that was lame. It wasn't funny no more.
Like I said, man, Twilight was really weird in this movie. Because, in the beginning, she wanted... The movie started out as, she wanted... I don't know, what is it? Like, some friendship party thing? I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's like some type of celebration, right? The Twilight planned, and then... The movie started out, she went to, Cadence, Luna, and Celestia.
Yeah.
And she wanted Celestia and Luna to raise the sun and the moon at the same time. Just for her party. And I'm like, I don't think Twilight would ever do that. I don't think... You know what I mean?
I wonder how the other ponies on the other side of the planet would feel if everything was in eternal darkness.
The thing is, as she said it, I was like, wait.
Eternal darkness.
As she
you
said
forget there's two sides of the planet, Twilight. There's multiple sides of the planet, Twilight.
And I forgot, I think she wanted Cadence to make some type of crystal thing so the light from the sun and moon would reflect off the crystal. Or
yeah.
So then, I was like, wait. I can understand Twilight was weird, she doesn't like asking for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think Twilight would ask for anything like that anyway. Like, Twilight isn't the type of person to ask for stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, shoot.
She knows how important that their jobs are, so it feels like
I don't know, it depends on how chill Celestia and Luna were if they were going to do it.
It just feels weird that she would ask that question.
Yeah.
Knowing Twilight from the past episodes that we, the episodes that we would watch.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so weird that she would even ask that. Like, oh, can you guys move the sun and the moon at the same time for me?
Yeah.
It's just really weird. And now I think about it, Twilight was kind of selfish, and I'm like, she was.
I'm not trying to treat Twilight like a perfect character.
I don't,
she has to have flaws and shit. It's just like she was really out of character at some point in the movie.
In this movie, it was like, I don't know. So it's just this whole movie. She was just. It's like she wanted all this to happen. I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm gonna keep saying it. Why didn't she teleport?
Oh wait. Okay, so yeah, the Storm King was pretty garbage. Yeah, Storm King was really a bad villain. Like he was okay in the start, but I knew someone was off the moment he started interacting with Tempest. Then he wasn't like his character doesn't work because like you have to like balance that shit out. Like you're all like you can be like a more comedical but like menacing villain if you show it off. Storm King didn't do that. The moment he got the staff, like he went just full in like if he was like, okay, how to describe this? If he was like more like not so joyful about it, like he was controlling Sun and Moon, like more menacing, and then like he was just like being like a piece of shit. But he's like night date, like all that shit. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm kind of sad that Discord didn't show up in the movie.
I mean,
Discord's broken anyway.
Like, what Discord really could have done? He wouldn't have helped him.
I mean,
honestly, he gave a shit.
I mean, he probably. I mean, since they're friends now, Discord could probably just teleport all of them away to like a different dimension.
No, do that same thing. Dragon Ball Super, bro, like teleporting. They have to they have to get the elements of harmony and to come back. Go, Twilight, go.
This cat dude, right?
Okay. So his name is Capper, Caper.
The only reason he became a good guy, right? Because at first he was about to sell the ponies because he was in some debt, right? Yeah. But then the only reason he became he's
friendship, man.
The only reason he changed, right, was because Rarity gave him 2 buttons, right, on his freaking jacket, and he was like, oh, what's this for? Like, what's the catch? And then Rarity was like, oh, you helped us. And the thing is,
remember there. At the desert, everybody's all like thinking for themselves.
It's just simple. It's really simple.
I mean, I wasn't expecting anything extravagant, but
it happened really fast. Yeah, really quick. Like the moment they met them, he was about to sell them, and then he decided to save them. Though it happened so fast. Yeah, like if they didn't sing that song right here, all this probably would have been like 6 minutes. You know what I mean? Like from meeting him and him turning into a good guy would probably only take 6 minutes. Or less than that. And I can't really remember that much with the Griffins. We already know that happened fast. So like nothing really happened with them. What else? Let's talk about Tempest. Let's talk about her backstory. Let's talk about
we gotta talk about our character before we get to.
Let's talk about how they portrayed her in the movie from the comics, because the comics put more in depth in it.
Yeah, we only really put in depth about her backstory. Okay. Let's start with the movie because I don't want to get to the comics yet. So Tempest is a character. Okay, she's obviously seen as like not the main bad guy. She's like the underling of the bad guy, right? Sorry. And she's all doing like doing all the dirty work for Storm King, and her main goal is just to do all this shit. And if the Storm King gets his staff back, then after she captures Twilight, she'll get her staff. She'll crit staff. Give it to the Storm King, and the Storm King will use that staff's power to give her horn back.
You're talking about the comic, right?
No, it's about the movie. This is what happened in the movie. And after he gets the staff back and whatnot, he should get her horn back. Everything will be all good, right? So after Storm King's like, oh, I'm going mad with power. I'm not gonna get your horn back. When did I ever say that? I'm not really gonna get your horn back. And she's like, oh shit, I've been betrayed. It's
funny because you're like, I feel like someone's gonna betray someone. Like
I said that the entire movie, bro. I said that the entire movie. Ever since she popped up on the screen, I was like, oh, she's gonna betray him, or somebody's gonna get betrayed. I was expecting her to betray him and become the main villain or some shit, but it worked. Betrayal worked. I freaking knew somebody was going to betray somebody. I freaking knew it somehow. I thought she was going to get the staff. Like, I thought once the Storm King got the staff, she was going to boot him off and get the staff for herself and become like super evil villain and like fight the main 6. Though that would have been cool, but whatever. We can't have everything we want. But anyway, yeah, that would have been sick. And yeah, like honestly, that would have been sick.
I've heard a backstory.
Okay.
The movie compared
to... Wait. I gotta get to her, like, what her character really is in the movie and shit. Like, okay, so she was all right. She was all right for the movie. She's going around. She has an amazing voice, amazing character. Hell, the animation does wonders for her, just making her seem more active than your average pony. It's creeping me out. Like, she has more movements than, like, any other characters in the movie. And, like, just show how menacing she is on a, like, more demonic level or some shit like that. And the Broken Horn does wonders. I like the fact that she can't really control her magic anymore and stuff like that. It's kind of cool because we never actually seen a character in the series with a broken horn like that, So that's kind of cool. Okay, so now we can talk about our backstory. Okay, so in the movie, it shows that Okay, she was playing, and then like she was playing with her friends, and like they were playing with a ball, right? And it rolled into like an Ursa. I don't know if it was Ursa Minor or Ursa Major, but
it was a big one.
So I guess it was Ursa Major. Maybe. No, but the Ursa Major is like way bigger, right? Like you're like massive.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, let's call it Ursa Minor. Okay, so she got attacked by the Ursa Minor, and then she got her horn broken, got a scar on her face, and so she tried to play with her friends again. Nobody really wanted to stay anything to do with her. And they kind of flipped that, like they were scared of her because like she looked like a monster. The scar and the broken horn didn't really do you any favors, and they ran away from her. And then she was like, you know what, I'm leaving home.
But the thing is that like in the movie it was just
like that was all the backstory I said in the movie.
Yeah,
right. That was all the movie. So and they had like this prequel comic released alongside the movie, which I honestly should have just believed they should have put in. So like the backstory goes a little bit more elaborate onto why. Like her horn broke. Okay, she broke her horn and shit. No one really wanted anything to do with her because she couldn't control her magic and shit like that. And I think I said everything from the comics. Shit. I think I said everything from the comics and kind of mixed it in with the movie. But like the thing about the movie is like you only see like 3 minutes of her backstory. Not even 3 minutes. I think like about 3 minutes or so. You see her get tapped with the rest of mine. She goes to her friends. They don't want anything to do with her, so she just literally leaves the village as a Philly. And like that's it. That's how we expected to lead that she
in the movie.
That's all you see in the movie.
It was like oh she got hit with this bear.
Yeah.
And I got hurt. You guys didn't help me, so I'm leaving. That's
like the thing is like in the movie like after like she really couldn't get along with everybody. Everybody was scared of her because of her horn and stuff like that. Like in the comics and stuff like that. Everybody was scared. And like oh my god, like we won't be with you. You look like some kind of freak. You got your messed up horn. You got your eyes. You got a scarred eye. Funny enough, her scar eyes like perfectly intact, so I kind of find
she couldn't control her magic, so that was that made more sense.
Yeah, like okay. So the thing about it is like she was like when she was a Philly, she couldn't get into the Celestia School for Gifted Unicorns because her friend like she couldn't get in the first place, and she couldn't go there with her friends because obviously her horn's broken. She couldn't join in. She wasn't like a gifted unicorn no more. And eventually just let her turn away from Equestria because she had nothing left here. Her parents thought she died during died because of the Ursa Minor attack. So like she had nowhere else to go. Like she's like, everybody just see is dead. So she basically just, stayed out in the streets, technically out in the streets for years, going by different names, going by different identities until she found herself, she just essentially endured the streets until she found her way into the Storm King. And then around that time, she just pretty much just, already hardened, tough about that hard knock life. She was out there and like just suffered, and then she became this cold, ruthless person. She's bitter as hell, stuff like that. She had no one with her. Hell, she had one. And the thing is, in the comics, that Grubber freaking whatever the dude, I don't know what the hell he's supposed to be, like a koala or some shit. He looks like a koala, but that Grubber dude.
It makes sense that he's here in the movie.
Yeah,
but in the movie he's just some dude that's here. But in the comics he was the only person that wasn't afraid of her.
Yeah,
and then in
the comics like he was the only person that really wasn't afraid of her, and she essentially it was kind of like a friendship, but like it really wasn't really all that there. The movie should have elaborated on that more to show that like during like a climactic moment that even when the Storm King betrayed Tempest. It showed, like, in Twilight Rescue, I was like, oh, that's what friends do. She should think about the Grubber dude. Like, first of all, he shouldn't have been so annoying in the movie. But anyway, she started thinking about that Grubber dude.
What and, like, his name isn't Grubber?
His name is now. But, she should have thought about it, like, right? And it's like, they're all like, oh, well, I had a friend all along with me. I really wasn't, in the end, I really wasn't alone all along. He saw me, through my imperfections and stuff like that. That's what friends do, And he should have played a bigger role in that instead of being some dumbass comic relief. That's the sad part of this. They had it there. They had it right there. If the dude wasn't some dumbass comic relief, things would have been fine. There's nothing wrong with a comedic relief character. But like the dude served literally no purpose.
Yeah, like he showed up and died.
Like he was there. It didn't show like he wasn't like it didn't show like he felt inferior to like the other guards because he was like the smallest dude. He wasn't really a combatant like everyone else was. They were just like guards. Like there were angles to work with this character, and it could have worked well. It's a Tempest's character, which could have worked well with her going against the Storm King, which could have literally put more emphasis on Tempest as a character because you didn't. She's just there, and she's evil. It would
be cool if she was the final boss, though.
Yeah, I had so many cool freaking...
Let's be honest. If she got all the magic, it would just make her an alicorn.
I wouldn't act for no goddamn alicorn pal.
What else would it do?
I mean, she would be a unicorn. I mean, she was already a unicorn. I mean, shit. Like, what's she gonna do? Get the wings? I mean, that would no. That would have worked. That would have worked. She would have got the staff and formed it to an alicorn, right? Like some temporary alicorn with all the power and shit. And then like, after the staff take away, she depowers back down to normal or some shit like that. That would have worked. But no, she easily turns like, well, I'm good now.
Oh, and also, I want to talk about this whole hippogriff situation. I already talked about it, but I'm saying like when Twilight tried to take the pearl, right? She tried to take the pearl. They got kicked out. Like they got kicked out of the whole ocean.
Like, and the funny thing is, like, she went back to meet her old friends in the comics, and then she told like she was talking about like what was it? I'm trying to remember. She was like, I know she made her friends back in the comics, tried to reconcile with them and shit like that. She realized how much of an asshole she was being, and everything was all good and stuff like that. But yeah, I just find I find it kind of sad though. Like honestly, like the character could have worked if she didn't work. Like she started off fine though, but like after the backstory thing, I'm like, like you could have worked the angle better. You had two characters to emphasize the movie on. Like hell, that would have been fine. Shit.
But like, yeah, I want to talk about this whole, when Twilight tried to take the pearl, they got kicked out, and then she had a whole fight with her friends. It doesn't make sense because I mean, she said she didn't need friends like them. Yeah, she's the princess of friendship. But anyway, so they got kicked out, and then Twilight gets captured. They all meet back up again at Ponyville, but then everyone else apologized. But why they apologized? Twilight was the reason for all that. Like they got kicked out of the ocean and all that crap. So why is everyone else apologizing to Twilight when Twilight is Twilight's fault? You know what I mean? It doesn't even seem right.
Yeah, I mean Twilight was the one telling them to go off and goof off with the hippogriff.
And she tried to take the pearl, and then like Twilight yelled at them, and then when Twilight got captured, and they all met back up at Ponyville, and Pinkie Pie was like, "Oh, well, friends make mistakes." I'm like, wait. But why are you guys apologizing when Twilight did all this?
You sure she wasn't referring to Twilight? What she said? Friends make mistakes.
I don't.
It makes more sense that way.
I don't know. But Twilight still should apologize. She didn't even apologize. She let them apologize. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, there was no cause for apologization. Like, only thing Twilight, she was like, "Well, I'm sorry for screwing up, guys."
She didn't even say that though. Like, and it's like after all the whole Pearl incident, they just ignored it. Like, there is no consequences. Like, you know what I mean? There is nothing. There is, oh yeah, we're cool with Twilight now. Yeah. Like, there is nothing after that. That's the thing. It's like, they should have gave her a consequence from that.
I mean, she did get captured afterwards.
But like, the hypocrites are just chill with her now. You know what I mean? It just that whole thing just doesn't seem.
That was a retcon, though.
It doesn't seem right.
Like there was only one pony, not the entire hippogriff people like forgiving her. Like everyone forgave her in the series, but like only one, that other girl, I can't remember her name, like the one, the yellow one. She was the only one who like forgave her. Like the queen didn't forgive her and shit. Like she was still like, I mean, I'm not gonna forgive you. You still try to steal my shit. What was her name? I gotta go look at these characters right before I do this shit. Because like her name is Skystar. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like that whole Pearl incident was just like the Pearl was so important to the hippogriffs, and then when Twilight tried to take it, it's like after that there's like no consequence from that. Like it's like nothing mattered. It's like yeah, she tried to take it. She tried to take this whole thing.
Well, to be fair, like she could like they could have had more time to like elaborate on it. And like try to have Twilight convince the queen in order to get the pearl,
but they didn't.
Yeah, so honestly, Twilight freaking sent them off, and like so the queen's honestly like, so she was like, look, I need to protect my people. I can't really worry about y'all on the surface. Look, I like she's like, I can't. Like, it's not like I don't want to help you. It's just like this is important, So
basically, like when you think
I can't. She's like, I can't take that risk.
Twilight got them kicked out for nothing. Because the queen, I feel like she was gonna even because the thing is when if you saw right, the queen went up there to get the pearl right, because she was like, maybe these guys are so bad, but then when she went up, she saw the she went up there to see Twilight taking the pearl, and that you know what
because
I mean?
Like the queens are like look, like she's like look, I'm willing to offer you some hospitality here, but don't take advantage of it.
Because when they're doing the whole song, the queen was like, they're not so bad, right? And I think she was about to get the pearl, but then she saw Twilight trying to take it, and then since she saw that, she just kicked everyone out. So Twilight, it was Twilight's fault. If she didn't do that, they probably could have thought about some other plan, and then went back up to the surface. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I learned why the hell a hippogriff is called the way it is, because like the lower it has a fit. It's like a horse with the lower half of a fish, and they call it a hippocampus.
Oh,
like a seahorse. I'm like, it's kind of cool. It's a hippocampus. I'm like, hippogriff. Anyway, but yeah, so that was that. Like honestly, I think that's all we really had to say about the movie. Like, there's like, what else we got to say about the movie? I think we exhausted all of our. I
don't know. Like, I'm going to keep saying the movie looks good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
I mean, like all the other characters don't matter. Like characters like hell. What about freaking Rainbow Dash doing the damn rain boom and then having
so
that was
stupid,
dumb,
dude. Like that was stupid. She did like three of them.
Yeah.
And then it like
they're trying to high out and lay low, and they're gonna goof around like that. What the frick, dude?
And as I said before, as I was watching, I was like, I kept saying, I was like, man, Pinky is like so much like trouble. Like I like Pinky.
Like Pinky only did like one thing. And, like, I'm not even going to chip on Pinky like that.
I don't know. It's just, like... It's like they tried so hard to make this movie.
I did learn something about this. What was I saying? Derpy did try to say Twilight.
Yeah, that was her, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I know it was. I saw her, like, her crossed eyes when they, like, saw the stone. Well, I did say... They did confirm that she tried to save her Twilight first before Rainbow Dash managed to get her in the way. So it was. Man. See, she was a real MVP of the movie. Yeah, that was sad. She literally tried to help.
She did more than Twilight.
Yeah, she was literally trying to help.
What did Twilight even do in the movie?
Man, she was like the main character of the movie. It's like one of those fans like the main.
What did she do?
Like, what did their characters do in the movie? Nothing.
Nobody.
Wait. What significance of freaking Floyd try to do? Nothing. Applejack? Nothing. Rarity? Nothing.
Twilight did basic level magic. She really did.
And they didn't do all of magic.
Like, the thing is, the main, like, Twilight did basic level magic.
You know what? No. What they should have had was like Tempest had like a low, like a weaker version of the crystal. Like she would. No, she just froze Twilight at the end.
Look, like, because she could have froze her in the beginning of the movie, or when she saw her when she.
Bro,
was
she soloed all the goddamn princess. They didn't get to do shit yet. So then, like, even broke through freaking Chaos's barrier, man.
I don't know. I feel like Chaos was just like princess didn't do anything, dude. They could have let the princess do something else.
I mean, look, I'll give Tempest one thing. Like, she did try to help, and she knew that she would have got petrified forever, right, through the thing, because she also been using them. So I'll give her that. She listed MVP in that one. I think the best part of this movie is at least Tempest, even though her backstory is kind of dumb. At least she's entertaining, you know? Yeah. At least she tried to help.
Look at this. It's just so stupid. She did 3 Sonic Rain Booms. 3 of them!
Mike, we're done with that. We're done with the rain booms. It was dumb, okay? Yeah, it was. But whatever.
The movie was so fast. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the movie looks good. Like, it looks really good. But it doesn't help the fact that the movie isn't that good.
Look, I'm not gonna blame the whole like Twilight yelling at them, because like at least her friends went back to try to find her ass. So I blame Twilight for that. Even though the main 5 in this case is.
Not you.
I don't know. It came from me. I guess. Anyway, even though the main 5 really.
See, look, even Twilight was like, "What are you doing? Don't do that."
I feel like they only did that just to show us what the rainbow would look like.
It's so stupid. Like.
Yeah, like the character's been doing dumb shit this entire movie. Like, Rainbow Dash doesn't even want to do a rainbow half the time because she says she can't, and it's like, oh wow, look, you got someone trying to chase after you. Now you want to do a rainbow anyway. But yeah, I think that was it. I think that's the end of the video. I think we exhausted all of our resources of voices and shit because it was like 40 minutes, dude. So overall thoughts on the movie, meh.
Yeah,
the movie was meh.
As I said, what'd you say? What was like 5 out of 10?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I give it a 4 too. It was the movie looks good. There are some parts.
And that extra point goes to the animation.
Look, I'll say the things I liked about the movie. Look, the animation was pretty decent. Though still looking at the ponies in this animation style looks off. The animation was okay. Some of the songs were decent. I like the design of what was that? Serenade pony.
Yeah,
I like how they transferred Sia to the pony form. I kind of like that. I like her design. I like how you don't see her face at all. So I kind of like it's kind of funny.
I feel like she was the only thing that people liked about the movie. Like I only saw.
I like Tempest from like a character standpoint. Her backstory was really boo boo, but like I like her from a character design standpoint.
It's just the way they portrayed her in the movie. Like the comic her backstory in the comic makes sense, but in the movie it's like they chose the. They didn't explain enough to make us.
Yeah, they should do was took from the comics, put in the movie. You guys had time, or just make the movie longer.
35 more minutes in the video in the movie, right? Explain some more about Tempest.
Okay, 35. Damn,
they could have put the 35 minutes somewhere in all in all, and then some of that could have been with Tempest, so they could explain her backstory more. Yeah. Like this part, why didn't she just teleport everyone away? Tempest was looking for them. Twilight could have teleported them away. Now let me just make this freaking giant balloon so we can go down to safety. That doesn't make sense. Like, did she just forget that she could?
Look how useless everyone is in the movie, and then freaking Twilight. Like, okay, I feel so I think of this. I'm the leader now.
Everyone was kind of useless.
Yeah, everyone was kind of useless in the movie. Obviously they had to have an MLP movie because the only thing they really did was try to go help Twilight and shit. So I can at least give them that much.
If Tempest nerfed everyone or just Twilight, I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
So then they would have to do this the hard way and go themselves without any magic and stuff. Mm-hmm. And if Tempest nerfed Twilight, that would make sense why she can only use basic level magic.
Like one thing, as I said, they should have nerfed Twilight's magic, but one thing they should have did was emphasize the other characters more. Mm-hmm. And then Twilight realized that I couldn't have got this far without my friends Tempest. Like look at them, like also they went off and
none of them didn't.
Like what they did was try to hold off her guards and shit and try to stop the town from being taken over and shit like that. But what I would like if they put more emphasis on that, I'm not expecting some big ass anime level fight. Look, what they could have done was jump in we're gonna fight off we're gonna try to take on Tempest let's say that she got power by the magic, right? Let's say she got power by the magic, right? Each girl, all the girls could be taking turns trying to attack her and shit like that, and then she gets brushed them off, whatever. And Tempest getting worn down, stuff like that. The magic's not really working really well. And then the elements of harmony or some shit. They should have used the elements. I don't know why. Whatever. But anyway,
she made this.
I'm gonna do this with my friends. I can't do this by myself. They did this shit in Kingdom Hearts for Sword. He said I couldn't. My friends are my power. I couldn't do them while them. That could have used that. Wow! I'm using Kingdom Hearts as this.
Nobody did anything. Twilight barely used that much magic, right? She's I get that she's not the strongest princess, mm-hmm. but she is definitely advanced in magic. So it's you know what I mean? It's kind of a disappointment to see what little she did. Yeah. And the other ponies didn't do anything. All freaking Pinkie Pie just freaking went to that one town, and what did she do? She just drove everyone to them. In that one town, right? Yeah. Rarity didn't do anything. Freaking Rainbow Dash did a sonic rainbow and led everyone right to them. Applejack didn't do nothing. It's they didn't do anything, Yeah. And Fluttershy was just there. She barely even talked.
She gave counseling to the
that
was a scene that could have came back and one of the guards try to stop Tempest or something haul back. It's Tempest, you're doing it wrong or some shit. Honestly, there's so many things that could have been done with this movie, but goddamn it.
I'm saying that since we're getting close to that part, why didn't Tempest just turn Twilight into stone? It would have made sense. She captured her. Everything was set. She couldn't use her magic. She could teleport. Don't get me wrong, but apparently she wasn't thinking that. So Tempest could have used that to her advantage and turned her into stone. Boom, took all their magic, just like that. You know what I mean? Then no one could stop her.
I don't know, man. This
movie's dumb.
All right. Before I end off, I found this little page about what things could have been, what could have been in the movie. It says there was a whole treatment of the film that was originally going to be concerned regarding Twilight and her friends dealing with the return of an evil alicorn called Cosmos, who was implied to be Celestia and Luna's brother, resulting in friction between Twilight and Celestia over the former's capacity to handle the situation. Executives of the treatment overlooked the treatment of complaint about severe continuity lockout and numerous plot holes regarding the characters and the settings, which will result in a much more limited audience than desirable. I mean, that's what happens in this movie too. It's not like this is an introduction to like the series. Like it could have been like, you know, a movie kind of based around Celestia and Luna, like the brother of Celestia and Luna, and he would have been evil. Like they had to seal him away years ago or some shit like that. But over the script, they looked over like, I mean, it's not really, doesn't really fit within the continuity.
You're right though, because it would make sense. Because like Luna didn't exist at first as Luna.
Yeah.
From all we really know, she was just Nightmare Moon. So I guess that doesn't really make sense.
Because like they had like the art of the original movie and shit like that, and they had like a bunch of rejected characters, stories. I'll find out after we're done. Rejected characters, story, and it was like suggested that the original movie would be much darker.
Yeah.
But they had to tone it down because obviously it wouldn't fit the show's tone and shit like that. They also had like the Tempest's current character was like basically like a reused version of Cosmos. And then like they changed some stuff about it and crap like that. And so instead of her being more of an anti-hero rather than Cosmos being a full-on villain, the original Storm King was some kind of 3-eyed quadruped dragon and a wolf combination. He was looking like some kind of elemental of sorts. And it says one version of the film's opening was have suggested the Storm King stealing his staff from the Aramaspi King. Like they had like different kings and shit, and then like. While another would have shown Scorpan as the staff's original owner. So it says a later draft would have revealed that his staff would be fashioned from the branch of the Tree of Harmony. See, that would have gave more lore to the branch, like for the staff. Like that would have been cool, but yeah, that's all. There's more to it, but I don't want to do it all in this video. We're running out of time. Yeah, we're running out of time. It's already been like 46 minutes. So that's what we got. That's the movie, guys. So
sucks, but
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't good.
I waited 3 years to watch this movie because it didn't come on TV. Just to watch this.
But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you all next time. Peace.